talked a lot about the track surface and just how abrasive it can be, but one thing a lot of the drivers have been concerned about today is the rain that came in yesterday and washed a lot of that rubber off of the surface of the track, affecting the traction. One driver that wasn't too concerned, though, Dale Jr. in that number 3, he said, I like a cold track and I like an abrasive track, and he's ready to get rocking and rolling here for the Icebreaker. 44 of Connor Jones, you just climbed out of your car and talked to your crew member. What's the game plan going into the next segment for that 44?
You know, I still think we're on the tire stage.
You have Marcus Richmond and RNS race cars beside you in this feat, sitting on the podium right now. Are you looking forward to that final segment and just how you can maneuver that high side? All right, well, Connor Jones, look out for him in that 44. Interesting to hear the different strategies that happen between these drivers. And you guys in the booth mentioned just how much these teams are going to be checking that stagger. And the whole field, 1st through 10th, I've walked through here, all checking the stagger, all have their fans on their brake rotors trying to cool off those brakes for this next segment. Caught up with the 51 of Matt Cox. He had to actually do a quick restroom break, but I almost missed him. He jumped right in his car as soon as he got back. Matt, we have to check in with you. How confident are you feeling with leading this field so far?
Yeah, we got a pretty good race.
You were the winner here in the Icebreaker earlier in the year. You might be a winning crew chief tonight. Multi-time Langley Speedway track champion. And finally, a marquee win here tonight at Florence. How does this rank amongst all your other accomplishments? Typically a family team before this, and now LPP, which you speak so highly of. What do you expect to come to success for you in 2023? A Dale Jr. and quite an up and down night that you had, and you spoke to it earlier today, but this competition, just how hard is it at this short track tonight?
Well,
But congratulations on the podium here, despite not being here all week like many of the other competitors. What was your point of view in the final laps there in the battle with William?
Yeah, he had a...
Hey guys, I caught up with our leader, Mike Hopkins. His team checked in and they said he is calm, cool, and collected up front. He feels comfortable. He was more worried about getting the lead here, but now that he is leading the pack, he feels good about how much tire he has saved throughout. Yeah, during that long green flag run, we saw the number 7 of Tristan McKee come in. We saw him also start off the race with just a check into a pit stop, and he's been dealing with power steering issues, so he has officially retired for the evening. Congratulations. The smile on your face really says it all, but, you know, I want to ask you, Carson Kvapil was working his way right through the lap traffic just like you were. How often were you looking in that rearview mirror to see how close he was?
And they started calling lap times out.
We were taking a look at the stat sheet, and you've added your name to the short list of drivers now in the series that has 10 wins. Where does that rate on your resume of importance to you?
Oh, it's awesome, man.
You talk about all the grip that your car had, but with all that grip, you were able to conserve despite all the hard charges in the back. How did you do that?
I told you before the race we had a lot.
Starting in that 3rd position, he won this race last year for the season opener. The number 57 from Mooresville, North Carolina, of Danny Bone. And to his outside from Walnut Cove, North Carolina, the number 1, we know who he is. If you've ever heard of the Myers brothers, he's one half, Mr. Burt Myers. The number 92 of Brody Jones is also going to join the outside, so now he'll move up to 4th. And the number 16 of Chris Fleming, he must have heard you, because this time he decided he's going to stay on the inside lane.
Oh, boy.
4 is going to be able to find a little bit of a gap, thread the needle, but he can't make it work. Stuck again on that outside with the Q104.1 modified. And Burt Myers, the number 1, is going to continue applying that pressure with the front bumper there. And right behind him, the number 57 of Danny Bone, who did not want to see that number 1 in front of him. Braden Mills, wow, good restart by him, although he got a little bit of sideways there. He's going to push up into the corner. And the 07 of Riley Neal falling back.